Everyone's come from Aaron's Technology Blog. Today we have the Nokia Lumia 830 review. So this is their latest affordable flagship device. That's not quite a flagship because that is the Lumia 930 that holds that title. But nonetheless, you are getting pretty much a flagship feel and look with the Lumia 830, just minus the internals. So we did an unboxing there a week ago of this, so we'll just quickly bring you around the device again. You can see now the new styling is a more kind of squared off edges to the Lumia 830. The really colourful back plates that are interchangeable, and again surrounded by that kind of metal strip. So on the top you just have your USB charging, your mic or your 3.5mm jack for headphones. On the front facing, you've got your front facing camera, your earpiece obviously, your buttons down here, your capacitive buttons down here, and then your speaker there. Nothing on the bottom. On the right hand side, dedicated camera button, power button, and then a volume rocker up and down button. These are really nice and they feel really good. There's just enough kind of travel in them to make it feel really premium. On the back of the device you have that distinctive black circle of the camera lens, which of course is a 10 megapixel Carl Zeiss device or lens. So that's pretty much it for the device itself. Speaker grill down here, we forgot that. So it feels really nice in the hand. As I said, it's an affordable flagship, is what Microsoft are calling it. It's on the Microsoft Ireland store for about €409, and it should be launching on carriers in the next week or so. So other than that, in terms of the design and that, it feels really nice. It's nicely weighted. It's not too top heavy or bottom heavy. So it does feel really nice. It's about 150 grams, which is not too bad. It's not the lightest phone and it's certainly not the heaviest phone. It's just right actually for my own personal tastes. In terms of the screen and what's on here, you've got a 5-inch IPS LCD display, which comes with Nokia's clear black technology, or CBD as it's called, clear black display. So in terms of PPI, you've got 294 PPI, and that's a resolution of 720 by 1280. So it's a really nice screen. It looks really good outside, even in sunlight. And it's well protected because it's got Gorilla Glass 3 for the protection. So bar any kind of large drops onto hard surfaces, you should be pretty good. Processors, it's got a Snapdragon 400, and here's where it falls down a little bit when it's being called a flagship. It's got a Snapdragon 400 processor, which is a quad-core 1.2 gigahertz chipset, and it's got a Adreno 305 GPU. Now, 1 gigabyte of RAM, which is fine, nothing wrong with that, especially on Windows phones. The device is pretty quick. There's not really any hiccups in terms of performance. So it is nice and quick. So other than that, it's got 16 gigabytes of onboard storage, and you can increase that to 128 with micro SD. So onto the camera itself. It's a 10 megapixel Carl Zeiss sensor, and it's coming with Nokia's PureView technology, so that means it's going to be really good in low light, and it is really good in low light. It loses some of the details that the Lumia 1020 would have had because of its massive 41 megapixel sensor, but nonetheless this is still going to beat an awful lot of phones that are out there in terms of low light quality. The shot-to-shot time has always been something that's been a problem with Windows phones, and specifically the Lumia phones, and with this update, or with this latest version of Windows Phone 8.1, it's coming with Nokia's custom Denim software on board, so that is going to increase the shot-to-shot time, and indeed it does do that, but it's still not up there with iPhone 6 or latest flagship Android devices. However, it is improved, and there is a new Nokia camera app coming in a few weeks' time, hopefully, that's going to improve that again even more. So onto the device itself, and we'll just quickly bring you through the operating system. So it's Windows Phone 8.1. It should be reasonably familiar to most people, even if you haven't used Windows phones. Really nice display. For me, there is no other mobile OS out there that has as nice a looking start screen, home screen, whatever you want to call it. You don't need multiple panes that you're swiping across. You've just got it all in here. And then you've got your list of apps that way. I mean, it's, you know, it's not that dissimilar to Android or iOS, but it just looks really nice. You can, of course, change the tile size to a medium, to a small, or to the wide tile, which are in most app cases dynamic and will flip over and display some other sort of information on the back, which is really good. And coming recently, so it's not that new, but you've now got folder support. So as you press a tile, you'll see that the folder is actually opened up. So if I depress that, this is the music and videos folder, and you can see here it's got kind of little squares to signify that there's multiple applications within that. So when you press that, you get this popping down, and it just works really well, and it's really fluid, really, really nice and well implemented. Again, something that's been here a while now, but that was lacking for so long, is this pull down notification bar at the top. You can just pull it down and you'll see all your notifications for your apps there. You've got quick toggles for mobile data, Bluetooth, flight mode, rotation lock, and of course you can change them a little bit as you need and put in other things. On the larger 5-inch devices, or sorry, 5.5 and upwards devices, you get an extra toggle there as well on the side. From here, you can clear all, you can access your settings and go in and change whatever you need to do. Again, for people who aren't familiar with Windows Phone that much, you can, in addition to having your live lock or your live home screen like this with your live tiles, you can also add a background picture to that. And let's say we pick something with a bit of color, let's say the green one. And then we go back to our home screen. You can now see that that image is actually behind the tiles and will actually move about as you move the screen up and down. So another nice little touch, you know, nothing major, but really, really nice. Now onto the camera demo. So this is what I was saying about the shot-to-shot time. So the camera itself hasn't changed. The Nokia camera is really nice. You can drag across like this and you can access your settings such as brightness, ISO, shutter speed, all that kind of nice stuff. And then you can just push the button here, or you can use the dedicated camera button here to take your picture. Now, before I show this, let's bring in a flagship from a few years ago, and that's a Lumia 920. And if we start up that camera, and I don't have anything particular to take a picture of here, but let's just bring in this speaker and we show you with this camera. And if we try and take another picture and another one, we're still waiting. There it takes it. There's just a little bit of element of waiting. The 920 actually was reasonably quick with taking its pictures, but with this one now, it should be even quicker. Let's just do one. It's a little bit quicker. It saves the files just a little bit quicker as well. And again, some of that is down to the fact that file sizes are smaller, because this is only 10 megapixel, whereas this is more. So again, the Nokia camera update should improve that as well. For digital assistance lovers, we've got Cortana on board for the 830 and all the other Windows phones, in fact, but we'll just give you a quick demo of that. So when you go into Cortana, it should give you kind of a heads up of what's going on in the news, and you can scroll down and go into that. So if we were to say, show me today's weather.
The forecast shows there will be cloudy skies with a high of 14 and a low of 4.
And you can see there for particularly, let's say, staged events like showing the weather, her voice isn't particularly appealing. It's a bit computerized. However, if we ask her something like this, what do you think of the iPhone? Oh, I did that wrong. What do you think of Siri?
Hard to say. So far our conversations have been a bit one-sided.
So you can see the voice changes a little bit to a more kind of English accent. Again, not Jen Taylor from Cortana and Halo, which is what everyone wants. So why Microsoft won't give it, I don't know. But hopefully that's something that they will sort out. The Lumia 830 is a really, really nice phone. Anyone looking to kind of move from Android or iOS and wants to experience Windows Phone, and for a little bit cheaper than other flagships, the Lumia 830 is a really, really nice device with an excellent camera, and you'll be able to see those camera samples in our written review as well. So watch out for it in stores very, very soon. That's the Lumia 830.